is going under those screens, so he just kind of stopped behind it. Cowan to Zion. Broken up by Draymond. Beautiful defensive play. Does that all the time. Stab at the drive, jump backwards. He just baits him into that pass. 3.5 of crunch time. And GP2 drops the hammer.
Hello, everybody. Eric Apricot here. The plucky Pelicans almost pulled off the upset, but the Warriors went on a game-sealing run in crunch time. Wing pick and roll. If the Pelicans switch this and have Alvarado take Butler and Zion switch to Podziemski, then those are both mismatches, so the Pelicans don't want to do that. Alvarado quickly goes under the screen, but Jimmy insta-switches the angle of his screen, so Podziemski can go back the other way. Grand Theft Alvarado does work his way around the screen, but he's just a little too short, and Podziemski with serious guts here. He had not been shooting great all game. The Pelicans turn this into a quick dribble handoff, instant screen from Zion. GP2's now trailing, so Draymond has to walk this fine line of slowing down this drive, but being able to recover to this lob, and he does it better than anyone in the league. Look at this gorgeous tip. It goes right back to him. And old-timey coaches weep with joy. Multiple pass fast break, no dribbles. The Pelicans do a good job containing this fast break. Everyone's matched up. Zion even beats Draymond down the court. GP2 is going to do an instant split cut with Draymond. And look at the timing on this cut. GP2's defender just sneaks a peek at Draymond. And at that split second, GP2 cuts right behind both these players. Some separation. Absolutely perfect pass from Butler here. So GP2 can catch us in stride and goes straight to the basket. If this cut is any slower or if this pass is any slower, then Missi is able to rotate and block this, but it was perfect. This play is pretty simple. Zion setting a pin down, which fears rejects, and they're hoping Draymond will be drawn to this cut, and that will let Zion step in and seal Draymond for deep post position. But Draymond doesn't fall for it at all. And in fact, Draymond managed to push Williamson from his initial post position all the way out to the three-point line. And that makes all the difference. Fake dribble handoff to try to get Draymond to step out. But Draymond is not leaving Zion for love or money. That was a very biblical sentence I just said. So now Zion just has to try to bully his way around the corner. And GP2 is a second defender, and that makes Zion turn a little bit sooner than he wants to, right into Draymond, and now it's just strength against strength, and he does not get the foul call. And GP2, good follow-up on this rebound because my guy Will never fully committed to guarding the center, Missi, and so Missi's gonna have a straight dunk putback except for GP2 with the alert rebounding. Such a quick outlet pass. Everything's in chaotic airbending mode. Jimmy tries a little bit of airbending by going right at Bay. Missi hustles his butt off to catch up to this play, but now Jimmy knows he's got two defenders guarding him, and he just jumps in the air and looks around to see who's unguarded. And GP2's cut is so fast, he manages to sneak between three Pelican defenders and slice right to the basket. This time they get the ball to Zion out on the perimeter, so he has more room to get a head start on Draymond. Remember last play, GP2 came as a surprise second defender. It's hard to beat an NBA team twice the same way. Zion was expecting this all the way. He baits GP2 in, gets in the air, and dishes fear, says, YOLO, let's do this. But he didn't do it. One more score will settle this. Draymond tries to do a pick and roll with Jimmy. This works way better than it has any right to. Jimmy slips the screen. Bay gets caught watching Draymond. Zion staying with Draymond. So now there's a 2-on-1 under the basket, but Bay does hustle back in to stop this drop-off pass to GP2, and Jimmy resets into Jimmy standard formation. Jimmy is doing something subtle, is telling all the world that he wants Podziemski to come and set a screen for him. He's really spilling his guts to Podge here, telling him his whole life story. And just when his defender starts getting emotionally involved in the narrative, suddenly, boom, Jimmy goes the other way, and this time he makes sure he finishes the reverse layup. And that was pretty much the end of the game. So let's wrap up with our traditional celebration audit. GP2 with the huge game-turning dunk. Let's have a look at the bench. First move is a tie between Moody with the one-sided bicep flex. and Quinten post with the two-sided bicep flex. Here's Pat Spencer going with the "My towel is a deadly weapon" celebration, but Buddy Hield is the first one to do the GP2 head scratch dunk celebration even before GP2 does it. That's how fast Buddy is. I've always interpreted this as a symbol of puzzlement. What a peculiar turn of events that you have a basketball-shaped dent in your face. Will Quinten join the head scratch coalition? He's doing it, ladies and gentlemen. We have finally achieved team unity around a celebration. And wait a second. D'Anthony Melton here, he's going for a revving up the motorbike celebration. Normally, this would be a distressing sign of team disunity, but there is a simple explanation. You see, Melton is wearing a hood, and he cannot, therefore, physically do the head-scratching celebration. But despite his scalp inaccessibility, he is still doing his best to support his teammate.